allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great, and thank you everyone for being here tonight. This is one of the best ways to start our board meetings, with some awards and recognition. So we'll let Dr. Lane take the lead on all of this great news.
Yes, I'll second that. This is one of our favorite nights of the whole year. Thanks for coming out. We get to recognize wonderful students in the Brentwood School District. So what we'll do in just a second, we're going to have our principals come up one at a time and speak about your children. We'll have them come up, receive their certificate, they're going to stay up there so that we can get some good pictures. You can get some pictures. So if we could, let's go ahead. We're going to start, since the little ones are at home, we're going to start with a little video that Mrs. Clemens put together at the early childhood. right, let's start off and have Mrs. Burnett from McGrath Elementary come forward, and Mr. Allen is going to assist with the certificates.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Good. Awesome. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. So our first person will be Ford Roberts. He was nominated by Mrs. Rogers, our art teacher. Ford is an honest and fair person. You can count on him to be truthful and genuine. Ford is a good friend and is always willing to volunteer to help. You don't even have to ask him. When he sees what needs to be done and takes care of it. So Ford, come on up and get your certificate. Our second person was nominated by our librarian, Mrs. Robertson, and that is Baha Densorella. Come on up, Baha. Baha comes to school every day with a happy and positive attitude. He is a good friend to everyone and is always willing to help it. Anyway, our third person was nominated by our PE teacher, Mr. Lim, and that goes to Harper Tarvin. We took part in the Kids Heart Challenge, and Harper raised over $1,000 for the American Heart Association. She is also always respectful and tries her best in PE. Our next person was nominated by our music teacher, Mrs. Regent, Gabe Briscoe. Come on up. Comfort zone to perform a part in the class opera this year. And in addition, he is kind and brings a calm presence to the classroom. He is always helpful and works well with everyone. Our next person was nominated by our library assistant, Mr. Torno, Grace Payne. Grace has been very helpful during library time by assisting with running the reading genre challenge during her class, as well as being very enthusiastic about reading and library in general. And our last person was nominated by our counselor, Mrs. Grzeski, and that was Kennedy Henry, who is not here today. But Kennedy's belief in herself has grown by leaps and bounds, and her learning has taken off. Also, Kennedy is a wonderful example to others about handling challenging situations through restorative conversations. She is an excellent advocate for self and others. So thank you all for watching.
And then, hold on, parents, do you want to, if you want to come forward and get a pic, feel free. I saw everybody.
I'm gonna rent a camera right now. All right, ready?
All right, next we have Mrs. Easterbrook, principal at Mark Twain Elementary, being assisted by our board member Ryan Dotson.
Okay. So I'm going to make this job very easy for you, Mr. Dodson. I think this is the first time in my history of being here that we got a recognition where, unfortunately, all of our recognizees have had other obligations tonight. So we're going to accept this on their behalf. I've got three amazing students who here are not. I'm going to take the time to bend your ear and listen to how they shine at Mark Twain. So thank you for this time this evening. We have some amazing students at Mark Twain that were nominated to be recognized by the board, by the community members here tonight. Again, this is one of my favorite evenings because it's whenever we get to share with you a little part of our community and how they serve and work through leadership to support those around them. We have 3 students tonight who shine in the light of leadership, kindness, and service. Our first 2 students are part of a diversity awareness cadet group. And if you have not heard what our cadet groups are, all of our students have an opportunity to work with the adult leaders in our building through their own personal passions and give service back to their peers and to their community. And so this leadership group, they were ones who were seeking to ensure that all of our students were proudly recognized for the cultural backgrounds and to provide a sense of belonging. We have a student, Hassan Hussein, and a Michael Ponzarelli, who chose to use their voice and talents as instruments to celebrate the diverse population that we are at Mark Twain. As members of their action team, they came up with the idea to serve all students of their heritage and cultures. They took that information and they created a giant map that shows the landscape of where our community members are from. So if you ever come by and visit us, as soon as you walk in the door, you'll see that posted proudly up on the wall. They've hung flags to recognize all of the nationalities that our student body represents, and they ensure that every student has felt a sense of belonging and recognition and knows that they are welcome in our school. Their caring personalities and amazing geography skills are unmatched. So let's send some good vibes out to Michael Ponzarelli and Azad Hussein, who are with their families and sports events this evening. One of our next students, who I'm sure in the future we will get an opportunity to see again, we have a young Mr. Preston Truss. He is one of our kindergarten leaders. Is he here? There he is. He's Oh, no, I just want a hug. You just give me a second. Preston here is one of our youngest leaders at Mark Twain. This is his first year in kindergarten, and he has been working really hard to learn the ropes of what it means to be in school while also going that extra mile to serve his classroom and his school community. He uses his knowledge of the 7 habits to be a leader amongst his peers. He helps other students daily so that they know what to do and they can shine in their own right. Preston is a kind and caring young man, and he uses his voice for the good of others. And we are so proud to have Preston as a member of our community, and I, for one, am excited to see all of the greatness that lies ahead for little Preston Trust. Give it up.
Don't worry, you're gonna get one. Group the left case.
We'll get a nice one with that.
And then Mom wants one.
All right, next up we have Dr. Weiner from Brentwood Middle School come up, and Mrs. Spencer is going to assist them.
Good evening to everybody. Can you hear okay? Okay, all right. This group that we're bringing up from Brentwood Middle is pretty impressive, because one of the things we embody there is if you have something that you want to do and you see that it's not available, basically organize and then find a staff member and then we'll make it happen. So in middle school, a lot of kids, they have great ideas, right? And it's hard. It's hard at this age to sort of take the initiative to move forward. This group identified something that they shared, a common interest and love, and not only did they sort of come together as a group, they decided they wanted to take it larger. So they wanted to take it to our wider school community, and they've made it better because of what they did. So I'd like the following students to come up, please. Margot Spencer, Sloan Wagey, Lily Todebush, and Gavin Daniels. Now what I'm going to do, just face out to the crowd here, these are student leaders, right? So I could rave on and on about them, but I wanted to give them the opportunity to share who they are. And then one thing that you've really enjoyed about the club, or one thing that inspired you to start it. So either one you want. Okay, we'll start with Gail.
So we run the Library Leaders Club. Students can just kind of come in the library and read books, and sometimes we'll do little activities, but I'll let them share some. But one thing we do is you can adopt a bookshelf, where you can pick a bookshelf with like your favorite books in it, and you'll get like a little label underneath it, and you can take care of the books, kind of organize them a little, and yeah.
So, as Gavin was saying, sometimes we do activities. So that includes making book-themed pens and bookmarks. And we also have some other ones planned, I think.
Also, in Library Leaders, you can give book talks, where if you read a book that you really like and you think somebody would also really like to read that book, you can give a presentation on the book and share it with everybody else in the club.
In Library Leaders, we do a lot of reading. Every other week, we have a week that's just reading and activities, and we also get the chance to check out books from our library.
Good job.
Thank you to Ms. Wilson, who made this possible.
Sorry guys, it's not you. They're so angry. Okay. Okay.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wonderful work. Now can we have Dr. Johnson, Brentwood High School.
Good evening to everyone. Thank you so much to the board. Thank you so much for all you do. Tonight I'm excited to bring 5 outstanding seniors to you guys. Lindy, you got a cry from
Graduation.
So to the Brentwood community, I just want to say you guys look lovely tonight. What a beautiful evening, beautiful event. Let's get started with the high school recognition. So tonight we come together to celebrate the exceptional achievements of 5 Brentwood High School seniors who exemplify the very best of our school community. These students have not only excelled academically, but have also demonstrated remarkable character, service, and advocacy, showcasing the true spirit of leadership and compassion. Right now, I'd like to call up these 5 students, and yes, after I call their name, please feel free to clap for them as they come. Okay. My little thing always changes from event to event. Sometimes I need you to hold your clap. This time, I'd rather give them a nice applause when I call their name. So, Nuri, here we go. My first student, Nuri Furananda Karian Sientz. Please come forward. Philip Harris. Please come forward. Harris is the high. All right, here we go. Mr. Charles Ma, please come forward.
She was not able to attend.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. We've got wonderful words for her. Here's one of the greatest smiles you'll ever see in your life, Mr. Walter Torres. What is it? So Nori, first let's recognize Nori. Nori's a first-year student to Brentwood High School as a senior, whose presence has had a profound and positive impact on our school community. Nori's unwavering commitment to acceptance and inclusivity in her day-to-day interactions with her peers sets her apart and makes her a true role model in our school community. As a student athlete, Nori leads by example, inspiring younger students to strive for excellence both on and off the mat. Okay, yes, I am saying the mat because contrary to what you may think or believe, this young lady is an absolute monster in wrestling. So give it up to Nori, everyone. So next we honor Mr. Eris Philip Harris. Eris, step up. All right. Eris is a big student and has been with us from kindergarten all the way to the 12th grade. I can get a little emotional now. I've been knowing him ever since he was just a little guy. We've had all of his siblings. Despite all of the adversity that comes with commuting all the way out to Brentwood every day, he is the total embodiment of resilience and determination in the face of this adversity. Despite the challenges that come with commuting to our district, Eris has excelled as a student leader, not only in the classroom, but also on the football field, in basketball, and in track. This is an incredible athlete. Okay. Yes, he is. And he's very humble. It's very hard to get him to talk. He has always talking on the field, which is how we kind of like it to be. Eris, his perseverance serves as inspiration to all of us, demonstrating hard work, dedication, and absolutely anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Eris Harris. So now we turn our attention to the pillar of service. So with that, we commend Mr. Charles Mott, an NHS officer, for his outstanding commitment to serving others. Charles played a pivotal role in organizing the first annual PHS NHS Chili Cook-Off, showcasing his leadership and organizational skills. I can tell you a short story is Charles presented me with this proposal kind of late. I'm like, Charles, school year's going to be over. How in the world are we going to pull this off? And Charles looked at me, glared me in the eyes and said, Dr. Johnson, get out of the way. We're going to make this happen. And sure enough, for those of you that attended the event, it was incredible. An exceptional turnout, and large part due to Charles's leadership with that. Okay? And I would also be really nice to this guy, because if you don't, he can create a robot that will replace your job. Charles has made tremendous contributions to our robotics team, which, if you have not heard, we are a powerhouse in the St. Louis area in robotics. So, Charles Meyer, everyone. This is kind of fun for me because when you're looking for leadership, you know, the new emerging thing and what I typically enjoy as a high school principal is when I see students advocate for their peers. Okay, they're not advocating for themselves, but they're advocating for things that they think are inclusive and things that are right for their peers that they work with. So, so with that being said, we recognize two students who have demonstrated exceptional leadership skills through peer advocacy. Amelia from I wish she was here. She led efforts to ensure that our locker room spaces are accessible and inclusive for all of our students, creating a safe and supportive environment within our school, which is extremely important. Not only is she a great advocate, but she also heads up the Coalition Club, which she has shown outstanding leadership with that. An emerging artist. If you guys come to the Brentwood Art Show, we're going to really feature a lot of her pieces, which are just amazing. She's also wonderful in cosmetology. So when we have our plays, Amelia is the person behind the scenes that's doing all of the makeup for all of our characters as they grace the stage. And then this last play, believe it or not, she was on stage showing her talents on the stage. So we're talking about an incredibly talented young lady. And here recently she received a journalism recognition, which was amazing. So I wish she was here to hear this, but Amelia is certainly going to take off and do wonderful things. So let's give her a hand clap again. Finally, Walter Torres. So Walter was really cool and scheduling a formal meeting with me because Walter was very concerned that we did not have enough bike racks at our school. And it was the coolest thing because he was not only advocating for us, he was advocating for the middle school. He understands the essence of the Brentwood community, the fact that we are a walking community, but we're also a biking community. So he wants to cultivate that culture, and he thinks the way to do that is to provide enough bike racks for our students to encourage bike riding to our schools. So Walter, in addition to advocating for his peers with the bike rack, he also, I'm going to predict that he's going to be an award-winning journalist. How about that? Walter has, he's done a lot of our broadcasts, from out of our broadcast booth, just delivering school news, things of that nature. But Walter is also a distinguished thespian. And Walter has been in most all of our plays that we've had in our school. So these four students right here are amazing. And so tonight, as we honor Nori Harris, Charles, Amelia, and Walter, we want to reflect on the profound impact that they've had with their contributions to our school and our district at large. They have not only enriched the lives of their peers, but have also left an indelible mark on our school community. Their dedication, leadership, and compassion serves as a shining example for all of us. Please join me in congratulating these remarkable students on their achievements and thanking them for their outstanding service to our school community. May they continue to inspire us with their passion and commitment to making this world a better place. In the fall when they attend college, so I'll give it to
I'm Nori. I'm hoping to attend Alter Christian College to get a degree in Christian counseling with a second degree in psychology.
I'm Ayers. I'm still undecided, but it's either between Mississippi State and Ball State to major in mechanical engineering.
I'm Charles. I'm going to be majoring in mechanical engineering at St. Louis University.
I'm Walter. I plan to go to Mizzou, and I want to study documentary journalism and film. Also, if you do not know, Frozen is happening at Brentwood High School, April 25th, 27th. I play Kristoff. You should all come see it.
Thank you, everyone.
All right. right, so before we let everyone clear out, just as long as we're talking about service this evening, there are a couple people that have served the Brentwood School District very well tonight that are going off the school board. So I'd like us to just take a minute and recognize. So our friend Keith Slusser has served the last 2.5 years and worked very hard for the district. So can we hear it for Keith Slusser? And then we also have our friend, Mr. Jamie Allen, completing 6 years on the school board. So I promised them I wouldn't take long, but being it's almost like you know me. Being a school board member is a huge commitment. Don't listen to me, new board members coming in. But it is a big commitment. It's a lot of work, and I can tell you personally that these two gentlemen, it's not just about coming to a meeting once or twice a month. They are putting the work in behind the scenes. To me, what really makes a good board is having some different skills on here that we can really all benefit from. We are going to be, it's big shoes to fill with Keith and Jamie. They're both financial experts working in that field, and we've really, over the years, I can tell you, I've personally really relied on both of them to work through a lot of tough financial decisions, and they've been a big part of why we are in such great financial shape as a district. So just really anything else, Lindsay, that I missed?
No, that's great. Like as a board member, it's been great to work with both of them. As Dr. Lane said, the finance part is definitely Keith's strength. He's our numbers guy, and we rely on him for that. And Jamie's been a great vice president, and we've visited a lot. So now Carrie won't have me calling quite as often any longer, but it's been great to collaborate and work together with both of these gentlemen. And thank you for working with us and being on the board and being committed, and it's been fantastic.
Thank you. All right, as always, if you want to stick around, we're going to talk about soffit and fascia bids. But if you have other things to do, we fully respect that as well. Thank you so much for coming out this evening.
And you have one more piece of business.
Yeah. I saw him. I have to ask for a motion.
Jamie, and your dad.
What's that?
Did you notice that I jumped out? I got out of that picture.
Good job, Ford. See you guys.
Have fun walking home.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you so much. You're doing great.
So Keith, what are you going to do with all your time? I'm going to play more golf. Are you? Yeah. I already got tee time tomorrow.
We're at.
I had one this morning, but I got told that I had to spend time with the family instead of. Oh no! Yeah, I know. After all this time away from them, they wanted to spend time with me today.
Yep, we got one picture here. All right.
I don't blame you.
It depends how old, what age. Yeah, then you could say. Yes.
Thank you for the wonderful work that you
Oh, that's cute.
All right. Yes, it is cleared out quite a bit. Do you have any citizens' comments tonight, Kate? Okay. So we will move on to roll call, please.
Here.
Ryan Dodson,
Here.
Ryan Quinn,
Here.
Keith Ravenberg,
Here.
Keith Slaughter,
Here.
Lindsey Spencer,
Here.
Carrie Trostle.
Here.
Great. So that brings us to MTV.
No, we just, at this point, typically, we're just, you're familiar with the NTB agreement. We're just looking for a motion and potentially a second, and then discussion.
So it's just that we move that we ratify, what's the language we should use, it doesn't matter?
Yeah, ratify the NTB agreement as agreed upon for the,
I move that we ratify the NTB agreement as agreed upon and share it with us.
Second.
All right, discussion. Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that is approved.
thank you. Now we move into the reorganization of the board, and we'll be welcoming our new board members. So at this point, I hand it over, I believe, to,
I would like to ask for a motion to accept Mark Cicero and Catherine Spall as members of the Board of Education.
Second.
All right, discussion. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? It's unanimous.
Can you say aye twice?
That's a name. You gotta run.
I didn't think I
that.
could vote, but yeah, I can.
You gotta run to
Take
get
a
that.
picture of my first politician.
Great, so that's Carrie. You're next to give the oath. Do you have the? Okay.
So they, one by one, will stand up here in the front.
Art, can you do it?
I think you did together. Yeah, together.
Together? Okay. Everybody go.
You standing this way or this way?
Do they, which way is the camera?
Wherever the cameras are.
Right there?
Facing you, facing you.
Okay, so right hand raised, correct?
correct.
Okay. I'll repeat certain portions, and then you can repeat after me. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Missouri.
of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Missouri,
And that I will faithfully
and that I will faithfully
and impartially discharge the duties of school director
and impartially discharge the duties of school director
in and for the Brentwood School District,
in and for the Brentwood School District,
County of St. Louis,
County of St. Louis,
State of Missouri,
State of Missouri,
to the best of my ability according to law.
to the best of my ability according to law.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Don't go anywhere.
How many years?
And then we'll get pictures really quick with you and your family right after
We just
this.
need a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, you guys are free to go.
so much.
Good luck.
I learned tremendous things.
Good luck, Ken.
Thank you for joining. Yeah, no, thank you for doing this.
Well, no, now you're the only Keith again, so enjoy that.
Hopefully we'll see you out at Edinburgh sometime.
I hope so. I'm looking forward to all the cicadas and the snakes and all that.
Oh, that, yeah, the snakes are out. We got,
I'm not looking forward to, we got the snake spray coming out. I gotta call the place.
Yeah,
Make
yeah.
sure they,
they just did that for us. I'm glad they did, but I've got Fox, so. It's always something.
good luck, Katie. No, actually, I should say good luck, Scott.
Oh, they're gonna tape their name on there?
Take a picture of your official badge. Good luck. Warn you. Love you, dear.
Thank you. Excited to work with you guys. Welcome. Thank you very much. Great to have you.
You can look over where Jamie was at, Mark.
How many meetings do they have to attend before we get them?
That is a good question.
Yeah, should have at least for 2, right?
3 or 4.
We're not made of money.
Make sure they keep coming back.
Okay.
Congratulations. Welcome to the board.
Right, at this point, I would like to call the new board to order. And the first piece of business here is holding elections for the board president and the vice president. So I would like to see, does anyone have a nomination for board president?
I nominate Lindsay Spencer.
Second.
Do we have any additional nominations? Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That passes.
There we go.
Wonderful. And now let's do the same process, except we have a nomination for vice president of the board.
I'll nominate Ryan Flynn.
Second.
Second? Carrie with the second. Very good. Do we have any additional nominations? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Wonderful. Very good. Now you take back over.
I am now in charge again, okay, great. So we are going to look for nominations for treasurer, if anyone.
I nominate Ryan Dobson for treasurer.
A second.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Fantastic, thank you, treasurer.
Thank you.
And then lastly, nominations for secretary.
I'll nominate Carrie Trussell for secretary.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carrie? Thank you, secretary. Okay, so then we do have a couple other positions that we also need to fill tonight besides these, and that is a delegate and an alternate to be our MSBA representative. I would love it if Keith Ravenberg would be willing to do this for us as our MSBA expert, which is the Missouri School Boards Association, so it's.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. And I don't think we have to vote on that, it's.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we also need an alternate for MSBA. If anyone is interested in kind of understanding the MSBA system and legalities, and anyone is welcome to do this. It's not a lot of time, and it's only if Keith can't make it. So there's Keith, or I mean, sorry, Jamie. Jamie was.
Oh, that's right.
he never had to do anything last year, if that makes anyone
Can you
more
explain
comfortable
like
with
what
this
you do
position.
and what it entails?
Well, the delegate is, the Missouri School Boards Association has two big meetings, and it's all across the state, and so every school district has the right to send a delegate to vote on things. And I've done this for several years. I've also gotten involved on the association board of directors, so I go to all these meetings anyway. Lindsay goes to many of them. And y'all are welcome to go to all these meetings, and they can be useful. And so, so if you're the alternate, there's not that much you need to do, but if you have any interest in it, I'd encourage you to get involved. The Missouri School Boards Association, for you new people, is, I don't know how long it's existed, but it does services for school districts. We get all of our policy updates and such from them. They maintain that for us. They do advocacy, so this time of the year they have lobbyists that are very busy in Jeff City. And there's other kind, they have school safety things. In fact, they're going to process of trying to build this big center in Columbia. The legislature gave the MSB $1 million last year to get this started. So there's a lot of stuff going on. They'll also do your initial board training stuff. And, so anyway, so anybody who's jumping up and down the line to do that is a position with a lot of prestige and not many duties.
Katie called it, no.
I can be an alternate.
Good.
That sounds great. All right, Katie Spall's our alternate. And then the last position or responsibility is for special school district. And Ryan Flynn has been our representative for this past year, maybe two.
I think 2 years now.
2 years.
Yep.
And that entails some meetings.
So it's once every quarter, there's a meeting. Typically, it's online, but there's also, I think, coming up in May, there's going to be an actual physical meeting where everybody's getting together. But you listen to the special school district and everything that they've got going on, and participate within our district. So it's a good experience, and I think it's a really great way to really understand, at least it has been for me, to understand how the entire school districts truly work across St. Louis. Because I learned a lot being in the special part of the special school district. So it's not a huge commitment.
Okay.
Great.
Mark Cicero will be our SSD rep. That's fantastic. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
And if you can't make one of the meetings, just let us know and one of us can fill in too.
Yep.
So we'll help you out.
Yeah, this has been around since shortly before I came on the board a long time ago, and it's the governing council that was set up to be kind of a super board over the special school district board, and this governing council now appoints the board.
Right. Yeah.
Way back when I was new on the board, I was the alternate, and it was a very what's the word, controversial. There was a lot of strife and stuff going on, and then it all kind of got straightened out. Now I think it runs pretty smoothly.
It does.
It's become kind of the whole district. There'd been a state audit of the special school district, and there were all kinds of bad things going on. It was fairly corrupt, and so this was a mechanism to straighten it out, and it's worked very well. I assume maybe it'll lose its necessity, but probably not.
I don't
Each school
think so.
district in the county has one representative on this board.
Yeah.
So it's mostly takes care of itself, and it's quiet. Back, 25 years ago, it was in much more interest.
Okay. Yep. A lot about the strategic plan, how they're progressing towards that, and then, as Keith mentioned, nominating new folks for the governing council. So,
Great. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your participation this year. If we can have a motion to approve the consent agenda stated.
I'll make a motion to approve the.
Yeah.
Someone needs to now take Jamie's role.
Yeah, okay.
That would be Ryan.
Okay, I can do that. I
Yeah.
make a motion to approve said consent agenda as outlined.
And you can be the
There we go.
second.
I'll second.
There we go.
Any
Okay,
discussion?
perfect. We'll
We'll
get,
be
we'll get
really
this
good
down.
in a month,
It'll
yes.
be a well-oiled machine.
Any discussion about the consent agenda? Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that moves us into superintendent report.
Yes, I have our Director of Facilities, Amy Hartnett, to talk about bids for fascia improvements to the middle school, high school.
Good evening, everybody. Is this a good place to stand? I never know where.
I know.
Perfect.
Perfect,
Yeah.
it's good.
Wherever we can see your wonderful face.
So, when I first started about 4 years ago, we started coming up with a 5-year plan. And one thing we've learned about the 5-year plan is it's kind of ever evolving, as things kind of change it here and there. But one of the things that we always wanted to handle was the gutters and fascia at the high school. They are aged so badly. I mean, they lasted a very long time, but they're starting to rot, the paint's peeling off, the gutters are leaking, which causes other problems with tuck pointing. It's just kind of a bad thing. But, so we're finally able to tackle a plan to get that taken care of. Last summer, I wanted to do a test spot and replace one section on the auditorium and kind of see what we were getting into. So that way, when we went out to bid on the full project, we could make sure we mitigated any risk for change orders. So we did that. It turned out beautifully. Frederick Roofing did that local organization here in Brentwood. They did a wonderful job. We found no real difficulties with attaching the metal work and the gutter work onto the building. So we decided to go ahead and go out with a full bid. So we have an architect of record, HGK, that came up with the plans to do it. We reached out to several potential bidders. We also advertised it in the county and posted the documents on Drexel. And we had a pre-bid meeting on April 3rd. We had 4 companies show up. We did a full walkthrough. And then on the 10th, we took we had our bid openings. So what I will say is we had Missouri Builder participated in the bid, David Hyde and Associates participated in the bid, and Hyde Sheet Metal participated in the bid. David Hyde and Associates and Hyde Sheet Metal were 2 different organizations. Same origins, they came from the same original space, but at some point they measured apart from each other. So the highest bid came in at $272,494. The working days were 120. David Hyde and Associates, that was Hyde and Sheet Metal, which is the high one. David Hyde and Associates came in at 138,323. They had 119 days on their working schedule. And then Missouri Builder Service came in at 125,462, and they had a total of 60 days. We did reach out to Missouri Builders to get some clarification because there was, obviously, a delta there with their days of working. They, in the documents, we wanted to start a date of June 1st. So they went from June 1st, not the date that we accepted the bid. These other bidders came in with the date that we would accept the bid and start. So that's clarification with the days of work. So they do anticipate it to take a good chunk of the summer from June 1st. We did check references for Missouri Builder Service. They came great. They've been around for quite a while. And another thing to note is they actually stopped by the site twice after our pre-bid walkthrough and wanted to make sure that they understood some of the difficulties with this job. It's very complicated. It sounds so simple, but there are a lot of hard-to-access points on the building now, especially since we put the new addition on. So we have to figure out scaffolding and how we're going to get lifts in and things like that. So it's a very strategic thing that they had to come up with. So they did do their homework, and I am very comfortable with Missouri Builders.
I think get a motion to approve the Missouri Builders Service bid.
Yes, I make a motion to approve the BHS BMS fascia improvement project.
Second.
Discussion?
Why did Fredericks not bid on it? They did it with you earlier.
So they don't have as big of a metal shop.
Okay.
So, and they have a smaller union outfit. It's not very big, so they probably would not be able to accommodate a project that size. A roof that size they could, but the metal work.
What did you anticipate the bids coming in at? Does this come within
So-
that range, or?
Yeah, actually, I was blown away as it came right within range, because if you include the professional services, it came in, 160 something for professional services. So we had, I think, 170. So.
In some of these quotes, is there contingency in there if they open up and they see that we need, wood or whatever that may be? Is there a buffer there?
And there's a price per square foot that they had given us for.
Okay.
There will be some, but
Sure, yeah.
hopefully not too extensive.
Okay.
Do we need to actually call out the company that we are approving for this? Because we just were.
I just made the motion
You just
just
made the-
for the fascia improvements, not the specific builder.
Yeah, we should say.
Was it? Okay.
Services if we could.
All right, so I make a motion to approve the BHS BMS fascia improvement project with the bidder Missouri Builder Service.
And we'll go ahead and just do second, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, any other questions for Mr. Hartnett?
Why was the one 272? That's so much higher than.
I think they just threw a number at it.
Okay.
I think they wanted to be on the bid list. They are actually doing the work at Mark Twain. They're doing the soffits and fascia there, and they are a sub for a roofing company that's doing the Mark Twain project. That's Aichi.
So you would have thought that they would have come back with a, multiple jobs, courtesy kind of thing and been in line.
Yeah, I was hoping for
Yeah.
something a little bit more.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, that's approved. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay. And that brings us back to Board of Education. So we have MSBA, and I don't know, Katie and Mark will get you signed up. Kate, you'll work with Kate if you haven't already to sign up for the board training, mandatory board training that you need to do within your first year of being on the board. I'd recommend doing it as soon as possible, just so that you have a good foundation for what we're doing. But Kate can help you with all of that. Kate will help you with everything while you're on the board. She takes very good care of us.
Do they still offer it like the weekend of the fall MSBA conference?
They usually do, yes. So
And
that is
I
an
think they
option.
got it going on at the June conference as well.
They offer like a weekend, one day event.
It's online, part of it's in person.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then, yeah, they have different in-person locations throughout the state every year.
And then when you log into your school board account, you can go and look at this agenda and you'll see that things are highlighted. So you can look at when the trainings are. And then there's frequently asked questions just about MSBA. So when you're logged into your account, you can check that out.
It is very interesting. I learned a lot when I went in person.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different schools. They group you with different schools that are compatible with our size, and they compare reports. And so it really, I'm more of a hands-on visual person.
Yeah.
So it's a weekend in like September, October.
October is the state conference, I think the second or third weekend in October this year.
It's
So-
in Kansas City.
Right, so I highly recommend it if you can. It really, there were reports I didn't even know, and then I came back and had so many questions for the superintendent, and he was like, "You just went to your board training, didn't you?" And I was like, "Yes, I did." But it was really, really informative, and it was really good to collaborate, from the get-go with other board members, so. Just
They have one local in our region too, so you don't have to go to a conference if it's more time convenient. It operates the same way even on the weekend sessions.
Yeah. And then we'll do some onboarding meetings here too, to get you familiar with Brentwood School District and meeting with people. Andy left, but Andrew, we'll meet with HR and communications and get you connected with everyone. leads us to MSBA delegate report.
Well, the summer conference is in June, so you can look to go to that. It's at Branson, and it's on a Monday and Tuesday, kind of. They changed that. Somebody told me why, and I forgot why they did it, but anyway, and I do think they do have the new board training on the Tuesday. That's, I don't know what all you get, but that's when the annual election of officers is, and Patty Quisenberry from Ozark was the president-elect, but she didn't get reelected on her local school board. So the person who's the vice president, Jonathan Russell, is going to become the president a year earlier than he thought he would. I suspect you'll be all nervous about that. But Jonathan's a good guy. That's about it.
Thank you. Ryan, anything for special school district?
Just the meeting in May that I mentioned earlier, but that's it at this point.
Okay, thank you. And board committee updates, this is something that we'll talk about this summer too at our board retreats. We do have 3 board committees that board members participate on: communications, curriculum, and finance. And for finance, we have not met recently. Any updates for communication or curriculum at this point?
I missed the last communication, so. Alex, do we have another one?
Curriculum, April 25th. It's a busy night, but we'll squeeze that in.
Yeah, and from communication standpoint, we need to get a meeting on the calendar. Our last one was, I think, a month ago, so we need to get that going.
Okay. And then there is just a list of upcoming meetings and information for everyone here. So some fun things: end of year recognition, RSVP to Kate if you'd like to come to that on Monday, May 13th for staff. The MSBA Summer Summit is June 24th and 25th, that's listed here. Some board meetings. So if I could get a motion to adjourn to closed session for the reasons stated in our agenda.
I move that we move to closed session for the reasons stated.
Second.
Okay, if we could have roll call, please, Kate.
Ryan Dawson,
Yes.
Ryan Schmidt,
Yes.
Keith Ravenberg,
Yes.
Keith Wilson. Any discussion?
Yes.
Terry Russell,
Whoops.
Katie Paul,
Here.
Mark Sisman.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, everyone, for coming tonight.
Our meetings are always that quick. That's how quick they're always.
Wait, what day is it?